Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to another installment of 'Tis the Season. I'm going to do a little bit of work on Holly this morning. This sweet little journal. Oh, there's one of the end papers, which is quite appropriate, with some holly on it. Where's the other one? There it is. So there we go. I've aged those to look older. I've used ink so that it's smooth rather than tea dyeing it. I'm going to work on the opening page today. Oh, let me turn my timer on. There we go. We're set. I always like to have a pretty, when you open the page and you go, oh, you know. And of course, I love to do something with the original front page, even though this is Lorna Doone. It's not a Christmas book, but she will be a Christmas book when she's done. She will be transformed into Holly. So I'm starting on the signatures. These are nowhere near finished being stuffed full. It's a good sized little journal. She's gonna have a lot. Let's see, that's completely closing. I got a lot more papers to put in, but my brain gets inspired when I can see where this book is going. And so that's why the cover always, I have to do the cover. Pardon me. And then then the end papers, I need that. That helps me. Again, the brain starts going, all right, it's sort of going to do this. And the opening page, I like a beautiful opening page, and use the first page of the book whenever possible. So hold on, let me just put that on there because I'm going to work on this scrapbook paper. I have already distressed it using antique linen and gathered twigs. And with the antique linen, with this, as I love to do, I just take it off and I just go, well, actually circling motions. If you're too, sometimes you want it, but if you're too geometrical, north, south, east, west, this pad will leave lines. But if you approach it from the edges and go in with swirling, you'll get a nice aged look. And it won't wrinkle your paper the way dyeing it in tea will do. And don't get me wrong, I do love the character of tea-dyed paper. And there's a time and a place for that, but there's also a time when I don't want that crinkled look. Now I want this a little darker. And I'm almost tempted to come in. Let me try this one. This is just good old regular dark brown ink. I forget what color it's called. It is... yeah, I can't find it. It's probably under here. Oh well, dark brown. Let's call it dark brown. I just want to really... I want drama. I want Christmas drama. A romantic Christmas drama. That's what I'm envisioning. So I just want to take that a little darker around the edge. Mostly the front one. I'm just going to run my fingernail along there. I see a little bit of a lip from when I cut it. All right, there we go. So what I envision, I want to do a little tip of the hat to what I have on the cover. The way I did Holly, I have it backed on a bit of gold, and then I have this image with a nice little detail in the corner. And that's what I anticipate I want to do for this. I'm going to break it up because this is too long. And if I put it on here, even if I take a little bit up and take a little bit down, it still takes up too much of this page for my liking. So I want to I'm going to put the copyright, I'm going to put it right down inside there, and that'll look sweet. And then this will look nice. And then I'm anticipating, but never say never, you know me. Hold on, I'm over here. I want to fussy cut this Christmas tree and put it off to the side like that. And I think that's going to look nice. So far, that's my plan. So I've just got this old, I wanted something a little bit heavier. It looks like it was part of a big index card set. I don't know what that means. I find them at thrift stores. So somebody has written that on there. Now, this is old paper, so it's almost 99 years old. I don't mind using this cutting board on it because that's a circular blade. Hopefully I'm in. So I'm just going to take a bit off for a second so I can see better what I want to do. So to try and drag an X-Acto blade through old paper, you run the risk of it crumpling, doing an accordion thing on you and just rumpling rather than cutting. So on old paper, for me at least, I prefer either this blade from this Fiskars cutter, or even just using a ruler, and a wheel. So now, I don't want it too big. Where is my center zero? There we go. Let me stand up and make sure I am in camera. And I am. Let's see if I can come down a bit. All right, as long as, I have to remind myself, as long as I don't move this, it will be okay. So, Lorna Doone. So that's approximately center. So I have to ignore what that is. I'm just making it symmetrical before I'm still going to cut it some more. There we go. Yeah. I want this to come in a bit more. No, I think I'm going to sneeze. If I sneeze, I apologize. So, E, a bit more to T. So there's the E, there's the S. I want it to there, so 2 and a bit. There, that's good. Yes. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. I still have a little bit more dental work to get done later today. Why am I putting that away? I'm going to need it. So I'm not looking forward to that. But that's okay. will survive. All right, so I want you about, I'm just eyeballing how far this is and to there. So that will do. That's nice. All right. And then this, I think I'm going to do a torn edge. So, what do I need my rock. Where's my rock? Rock. Okay, so this one's going to get a torn edge. This one I want aged a little bit because these are all fresh edges. So I'm just going to use my fingernail. Do a quick little rundown there. I want my little corner funny thing. I have this little corner thing, and I've used it on the cover for the little thing of the holly. So I'm going to repeat that here, and then I'm going to ink it. I've learned the hard way, let's cross our fingers, not to be too quick about using this little stamper. Looks like it used to belong to someone named Carol. It's heavy and quite nice quality, I find. If I'm too quick, like trying to go whoop, whoop, and do it, it's very, very quick to not chomp properly, and then I get really sad because I can still save it, but it means I lose more of my margins, and I get sad. Yay! All right, we're good. Now let's age this a little bit, very gently. Old paper wants to, even with a nice soft brush like that, it'll wrinkle and fold and tear. So just very gently. There we go. That looks better. Lorna, you're looking your age now. Now, so I want this as a plate in the back. I want a fresh line up there because I can see that this is, I want a fresh edge. I might do the fresh edge first. See, sometimes I do. This can cut through heavier paper, but I have to remember not to be impatient with it, that it needs to take its time. There. And to pull away before, to try pulling away before I lift the wheel. There we go. All right, now I just want to make sure. Sometimes it just seems so that it's not a true 90-degree angle. So, and I worry that I lifted, so I'm just going to go through it again. And sooner or later, you get all right angles. Nope, that's a right angle. Okay, let's see. That one's not quite. All right. I think it's time for me to treat myself to a new one of these. Let's make sure this. Yes, we are. They don't last forever. They're just plastic. And you can see I'm wearing off my grid marks. I do replace the blade quite frequently, especially if I've done some heavy duty, like if I cut too much of this stuff, I will replace the blade more often. but I don't have necessarily a rhyme or reason. I just wait until it's not cutting the way I like. So let's go to here, and let's go to about here. Did it right that time. Just try and pull it away. And if it doesn't want to, don't force it. Yes. Okay. Very good. Got pencil marks still there. Okay. All right. Happy with that. So let's see. Yep. I like that. Hold on though. Is that still bigger than I want? That's not bad. And if the little tree goes down here. No, I like that. All right, so I want gold. I want gold. Let me make sure I'm in. Gilding wax. This is the kind this is. I don't have a whole lot of experience with gilding wax. In fact, this is my first jar I've ever had. It seems to last forever. I'm just going to go around the edges. That's what I used on the cover. You can use your finger if you want. I just find it's very hard to, it's hard to get it off afterwards. I'm using a brush because I do want to make sure that even as tiny as it is, I want that edge to have gold on it. No need to do the center, I don't think. We'll wait and I'll lay the little plate on top, and if it looks like it's transparent, I'll go ahead and fill the whole thing in with gold if I have to. But if I don't have to, then there's no point. All right, let's close this up. I find it easier to keep this brush attached right to the jar because I can't use it for anything else. Now, I just want a little bit of paper towel, and I just want to burnish that down, or else you'll get gold on everything afterwards. So just burnish it down. It's a nice option. I do have gold paint, and I have used it in the past before I started playing with gilding wax. This is nice because the gold paint, it's acrylic, so it's water-based, and you run the risk of some buckling and it not staying nice and smooth or having uniform shades. All right, now this is where I bundle things up. See, like there's these little chunks of gilding wax there that fell. You just don't want that on your desk. It'll be like dumping a whole jar of glitter on your desk. You'll never get rid of gold. There we go. And then I even move this completely off the desk, just to be safe. And then I will still go over it one more time, very lightly, and just make sure we're completely done with any kind of loose gold. It's not the end of the world if it leaves speckles on your page, but you might not want that. So there we go, not much off of there. Now I want to, guess what? Ink it. That looks nice. And then we cross our fingers and hope that that paper is not transparent. Let's make sure I'm in. I am. Yay. That looks nice. I'm wondering. I have some teeny tiny brads. And never pass up the opportunity to use a teeny tiny brad. See, it depends on whether I have enough. I want 4 of the dark red. So there's one. Let's cross our fingers. Oh, there's 2. There's 3. Come on, one more. There's 4. Yes. Yeah, I want it. These things sure are handy for your little things like brads and eyelets and that. And if you can't find them at your thrift stores, sometimes it's just as cheap to go to Dollar Tree and get them there. They're just really handy. I like them because you can see through them, so you don't necessarily have to label them. All right, so here we go. So I've got, they're like the world's tiniest brad, but I think it would look cute up there. Now I'm going to have to trim off one side. I'm going to move this again. That'll be the last thing we do. I just don't want to damage it. Garden kneeling pad, because I'm going to use my eyelet. I'm going to pause for a second. I heard my phone go off. Hold on. Okay. Now, I am going to just lay this for a second because I'm just going to eyeball where I'm going to put the little brad. Oh, you don't want to go through. I don't want to dent it. I want something sharper. I can see it resisting. So I want a needle. A sharp needle. needle. Okay. Much better. Again, just eyeballing. All right, I can move you now. Just needs to be approximate. And I think then I can, now that there's already a hole, I can go in with my awl and make it a little bit better to allow those stems from the brads. That's good. All right. Yeah. Yeah, see. Displaced paper. Don't mind me. Reaching for things. I'm just going to take that off. I was going to say, I think this is the tiniest Christmas journal I've done, but no. Last year I made the Tailor of Gloucester. I repurposed a little Beatrix Potter, and that was tinier than Lorna. Now I need my crummy scissors. I don't like to use my good ones to cut metal for obvious reasons. So in we go. You might say, well, Catherine, why don't you just bend them both in one direction? And yes, you can do that. I'm gluing this onto paper, not onto like the cover of a journal. So if I bend two of these brads over, it can again show through on the other side of the paper. And this is not very thick scrapbook paper. It's very papery scrapbook paper. So I will just, I'll bend them the way they should, but then I will trim the one side off. So I'll show you. So I've folded that, but then I'm going to, come on, there we go. And I'm just going to flatten that down. So there we go, and then it won't show from the other side. And if I run out of time today, which sometimes happens, I will probably even still smooth out this bumpy area with some masking tape before I glue it down. I'm still going to cut those. Don't worry. I just, oh, where'd you go? I know my timer is going off. As one of the ghosts in A Christmas Carol said, my time with you is short. My time on this earth. What was it? I forget which one said that. I think they all have. Oh, I bet it was Christmas Present because he had such a lovely time. Seeing all the happiness. Oh, now I'm going to have to go look. There we go. All right. And we will come on. Fold that up a little bit so I can get at it. There we go. And one more. I hear you. All right. Dismiss. Just want to push that down again. So we can at least take a look at it. If I knew how to edit and could just cut and my phone could tape longer than 30 minutes, I could get tasks finished so that you can see, but sadly, I can't. But we can at least set it up. So let's take a look and see. I think that was that way. A little bendy. There we go. That looks nice. Yeah, I think we're going to be quite all right. I think I want a bit more, believe it or not, I want a bit more distress ink. There. Love it. And I'm going to fussy cut this and put it there. All right. Thanks for joining me today. It's always nice to have your company. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Bye.